There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
So it's Alan Shawn back from the Fantasy Legion. I haven't got Shawn with me today. He's self-isolating. How are you
Indeed,
doing,
I am.
Shawn?
Many people have told me to self-isolate, so I have.
Even before the
Even
coronavirus.
before the crisis. That's it. Yeah. How are you, Al? You good?
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Good to be back, and it's good to be recording fantasy videos. The NFL rookie draft is just round the corner, so I presume today's videos are all about that.
Yeah. So let's without further ado, let's get on and talk about the first man.
Yep.
Deandre Swift. He's a bookie's favourite to go be the first RB off in the proper NFL draft.
Yeah, I
What do you
concur
think
with.
people would be favouring? Teams would favour him over someone like Jonathan Taylor.
Well, I think if you put it all into context, I mean, we've been speaking very clearly for a long time on rookies, but particularly since January the 1st, we've had a lot of conversations. And you know, Jonathan Taylor isn't my number one off the board. And I was absolutely adamant he won't be the NFL's number one off the board. It's not because he's not talented. We'll talk about him in due course. But Deandre Swift is a better fit. And if you look at the situation that where teams need an absolute RB, so a perfect fit situation, there aren't that many actually going into the 2020 NFL draft window. I mean, you did some brilliant analysis, which I'm sure you'll share at a later stage, which shows where rookies are being coveted, which teams are going to look at certain players.
Yeah,
And that's
so
very telling.
obviously there's been a lot of virtual visits with with what's going on in the world.
Yeah,
at the moment.
of course.
But he's been highly touted with Tampa Bay. Miami, another team. Houston had a lot of people, but obviously they signed Johnson now. So what is Deandre Swift then? Is it his pass catching skills?
He's the complete back. I mean, he's the perfect size. He's 212 pounds. That's the kind of you want. Anything above 2.5 is what the NFL looks at when they start looking at their Spark scores. He's got the speed. He's got the killing home run speed. He can catch the ball. He can block well. He may not be necessarily the best blocker in the class, but he's very coachable. He's got a lot to like, and that is why he will be the first off the board. He's a really good fit. That's the thing. It's easier to fit him into a lot of modern NFL offenses than it is Jonathan Taylor, and that's something people miss. And that's why it's very likely, unless somebody's so possessed, and we won't know for sure until the NFL draft, that Jonathan Taylor is their man, then I think you're more likely going to see a Deandre Swift or for that matter, a Dobbins go off the board.
Yeah, I mean, the bookmakers don't get many things wrong. They got DeAndre Swift 1 to 2 to go first. So,
I agree with that.
He's well odds on. Now, we talked about, you said when we watched his tape together, actually, a few months back, you said he'd got a bit of a tell that, maybe NFL defenses could...
Yeah, I think from a coordinator's point of view, for me, when I watch him, and it's all about body language. So when he sets up for each play, there's certain mannerisms he possesses that kind of give away that what's about to happen. And I've noticed this on quite a few plays, having spent good 3 years watching him. And I think other people will pick up on that as well. But that's not a huge rub, because if he fell to, say, somebody like Tampa Bay, and you've got Tom Brady there, Tom will spot this in a heartbeat. And he will just coach that quickly out of you. He'll say, right, when you're setting up, you're going to do this on this play. Don't revert to doing what you're doing, which is put this hand down first. Don't do that. Change your technique just slightly each time. And the defenses won't be able to read you, which is brilliant for the play for what we're about to run. And that will be very coachable. That's very simple. But it is something I've noticed that's crept in. And I think in a college game, they're getting these players ready for the NFL, and often their focus isn't on the minute detail. It's about the other things. Have they got all-round skills? And sometimes the minutiae gets lost under the carpet. When you've got a high-octane offense, which is what he's been involved in, it's very hard for other teams to, they haven't got time for this. That's really what I'm trying to say. It's not that simple.
Yeah, it's certainly interesting. It's going to be whoever Tampa Bay. I mean, it looks likely that they're one of the favourite teams to pick up at least one of the big three running backs, you'd say. So they're going to be an exciting team to watch, aren't they, really, with Godwin and Evans and Brady. Very, very...
Massive. Yeah,
Rojo.
Yeah, and I agree. I think, well, not Rojo, but I think the reality why Deandre Swift is a good fit there is simple, because we've been talking about on the podcast for 2 years, and we've really done well with this. So when we're evaluating quarterbacks coming in and quarterbacks going out, we've really been strong. I mean, you look at how we've evaluated quarterbacks on the way down, and we're telling you 2 years ahead of where they're about to fall off the cliff, and often that's very accurate. And Brady, yeah, he's got limited time left, maybe 1 or 2 seasons left. What he doesn't lack is absolute street smarts. I mean, the guy is without a doubt one of the greatest of all time. And coming with that comes a plethora of experience through the games he's played and the coaches he's worked under. And in this case, it's Bill Belichick. So he comes in as the best situation that Tampa is ever going to have. You're talking about having the best coach on the field. He is it. So it will be very easy for him to do what he's doing well, which is those short intermediate passes with the wide receivers. And then when necessary, dump it off to Deandre Swift or somebody like him. And if they get that kind of caliber player there, they're going to fly, do really well.
You think they'd probably go for Swift because Taylor's, well, we don't know about his pass catching skills yet. It's very limited work, really.
There are a few issues, right, that just don't.
Well, we won't talk about Taylor here because we can do another video for him. So we'll talk about Taylor.
I just don't think it's a good fit for them as it stands.
No. Okay. Well, thanks very much for your thoughts on that. If you've liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, and everyone stay safe and subscribe to the channel.
We'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.